Hello there, YouTube family. Life's a game. Back once again, guys. Back once again. I hope you're all doing well. I know it's been some time. I haven't uploaded a video in quite some time since I did that legendary 4 directive tidal basin mission, and also the I kind of talked about a little bit of what the new PTS will be offering, what my thoughts were to that. I did recently hear that it has, I believe that the devs have listened and they're going to be changing or unnerfing some things. So, like I said, it was a work in progress. I was never really worried about it from the beginning, and I strongly urge you guys not to be so worried about that, as they'll be taking care of that and handling that. But anyway, moving on to the video here, the topic that I want to get into, guys. I'm glad to see all of you guys again. And if you think I'm lacking in videos, if you haven't seen a video in 9 days on my video channel, go to my live streams, guys. I can't reiterate that enough. Go to my live streams whenever you don't see any videos coming out, and I do live stream various other titles. I know I do love the Division 2. I love the Division 2 with a passion, but the thing is, when it doesn't have that much content or much going on strongly, or mainly, I don't really focus on that much. There's other games that I do put my time into, and you'll see that on my live stream channel if that's the case. I did do a live stream of Division 2 not too long ago, a few days ago. So like I said, if you guys have not seen that, I strongly urge you to go pick that up and go look at that, go click that video, as it is something that you will find, I'm sure you'll find enjoying, for those of you that just strictly only watch me for my Division 2 content. So on that note, moving forward, speaking of the Division 2, we are talking about the Division 2 today. It's going to be a Division 2 video, as you're seeing here, obviously. So you're seeing the Incursion right here. And what I wanted to kind of get into as far as the Incursion, I wanted to kind of talk about the new topic. Could the possible new Incursion, Wallops Island, unshed the light on a certain before-now secret faction? So here's the thing. In case a lot of you haven't known, just before I get started, none of this is confirmed, so devs haven't respectfully confirmed anything specifically outright, straight up. But yeah, moving forward from here, we're just going to go ahead and focus on some of these theories right now, and what I'm thinking things could be as far as information that we figured out and from the PTS. The Wallops Island was the Incursion, the next Incursion that people believe would be coming, because if you go into PTS, under the run times and the Incursion completion times, you'll see another area or mission named Wallops Island. So that seems to be the name of the Incursion, or maybe believed to be or presumed to be Incursion. Maybe the devs might have scrapped it, or maybe they are working on it and it was a slight leak. But in that case, considering if you look up Wallops Island, it is located in Virginia, which is home to the NASA Wallops Flight Facility. So if you can consider that, the question here is, what connection would NASA have with the Division and Black Tusk factions? So this video, guys, just for speculative video fan purposes. Don't look at it as 100% fact. It's just my opinion, but I think it's a knowledgeable opinion, how I think they could do with the game, where I think they could go, and how they think that they can maximize on this game and make this game into something a lot bigger than what a lot of us believe it to be. And I feel like whenever developers are able to do that and get the community or hit them in a way where they're not able to see this coming, that's something that's huge. It builds these game companies, these normal game companies, average game companies, into mega game companies. And I feel that is what has the potential to be done here, moving forward with the Division 3 and respective Division 2 Brooklyn DLC. So just looking at it right now, it's like, I feel like this was going to set the stage for Division 3. I feel like with this new Incursion coming, whether it comes soon or whether it comes in the next in the Brooklyn DLC, I feel highly it'll be most likely for the Brooklyn DLC. But whenever this Wallops Island Incursion does come and it's dealing with NASA, I feel there's just a little key points I just want to kind of touch on, just what I think as far as the story. I'm no complete expert head on the story, but as far as the things I do know about the story and some of the decisions that were made with some of the characters and what's happening and some of the mystery surrounding it, I think this is a very valid opinion to have on this, and it's something that the devs can definitely step outside the box and make this into something that a lot of us can enjoy and be really taken back from, and it can really develop into something huge and a lot further than what we thought, as far as all the factions of Division, and Division just being a normal just tactical shooters involving just normal weaponry. So what I mean by this, guys, is that Wallops Island being located at NASA, could there be some type of connection with the faction in relation to extraterrestrial life? Let's just think about that for a second. Let's say if the Division is going in that direction, because if you consider this, if you think about it, I know it might be a funny concept, but this is what games are about. They're about testing the limits, going outside the box, thinking outside the box, and just adding things that players would like, and that just intrigues interest in people. I've heard aliens, zombies; those are like one of the two like main things. Some of the two the two main things that I've heard from a lot of agents that they would like to see in the game: either zombies or aliens, some type of something that connects something to something in that type of way. So when you consider that, when you look at the Space Administration HQ mission, there's like certain like areas like within that mission respectively where aliens can like be spotted like in like a certain like area of like the like between the doors or whatnot. If you search it up, you'll see it like for sure, like without like a doubt. There's like a part like where there's a little alien in there. There's usually like a lot of Easter eggs. The Division is known for like having a lot of Easter eggs within it respectively, but with this Easter egg there's literally no explanation at all of why it's there or what it's concerning, what it's dealing with. It was dealing with the mission, Space Administration HQ, where you had to get the Division satellite network connected back, and it was dealing with satellite network space and whatnot. So I see that that's something like very like huge in terms of like what like as far as what it could mean, because there's so many like different things like within the Division two respectively like that they weren't never explained. Like there's so many different things, like for instance like Natalia Sokolov, like why did she found the Black Tusk with her family fortune? Like they say it's for reasons unknown. Why did Natalia Sokolov found the Black Tusk? Like I had to like do research and figure out that that's what happened, and there's no reasons at all telling you why that was for. Like in addition to that, the Black Tusk, they seem to have like a lot of like advanced gear. Like they always seem to have like the advanced weaponry and whatnot. People don't know where it's coming from. How are they getting that? This, that. It could lead into so many different things. And the reason why I say that, guys, I'm not just trying to touch on it just to try and say, oh, it's just extraterrestrials. I'm trying to just go somewhere, some random fantasy, because I know a lot of players of Division might not really like that. But the reason I'm saying that, guys, is because there are other mysteries within this game, respectively, that have not been explained that could connect to this. And what I mean by that, I'm going to go ahead and jump to Category 2, which involves Category 1 was Wallops Island, what that involved regarding it being a NASA Wallops flight facility. Category 2 is going to involve the mysterious owl room at Roosevelt Island. And I know you guys have all seen this room. Well, maybe all of you haven't seen the room, but I know a great majority of you have seen the room. It's like some type of room, like some type of ritual room or something like that, church room, where there's something going on. And what could that be referring to? Nobody has really had anything to say about it. You can check some of the bigger YouTubers' channel. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about in Roosevelt Island, where there's like a secret room involving owls. And it's like some type of secret cabal or something like that, where there's like a secret faction that's being praised or something like that. And it's like a secret elite faction. And if so, who do they worship or report to? Judging by the owl room, which resembles a small church of some sort. It's really interesting, and I mean like in the sense of the whole like speech, like when you go up to the owl in that room, like and you salute it, there's a certain speech that it gives that you do hear about. If you go up and salute it, it will give you like a speech, and it's interesting though, because my question with that regarding the outcasts, of course, is how did the outcasts really manage to survive a virus that killed 80 to 90% of those infected? That's interesting because it's the outcasts that have this response. And the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because I'm going to go ahead and get into something in a second. Could these owls be dealing with the secret faction and or elite deities that assisted outcasts in surviving the virus? A certain few of outcasts? Maybe, for instance, perhaps the leader of the outcasts, Emmeline Shaw, she was asymptomatic to the virus. And when you really think about that closely, she was somehow immune to the virus. So people have to ask this question. How was she ever immune to the virus? They never explain that. They never say how that was. They never say how certain outcasts somehow survived that. They never say anything about that. They just say they were quarantined, of course, in the area of Roosevelt Island, of course. Emmeline Shaw was mad and she wanted to get back at the Division, but that was no excuse, obviously, to kill innocent civilians in the anger of how the government took care of the outcasts within the time of the green poison of the pandemic. of the virus. So when you consider all this, guys, there's just holes in the system, and it's like it just doesn't explain how all this stuff is possible. It doesn't explain how she just was immune to the virus. Did she know something? You know, the devs could go a lot further into this. This is just, of course, speculation, but I'm just saying, if they're going to go ahead and put something like the Cabal into it, I feel like they could add so many different areas because, of course, obviously, just doing tiny titch bit of research into the Cabal, you know, they're, of course, known for studying, you know, worshiping various deities and all sorts of things. So I'm saying, if that's the case, if they were able to bring that to life in a video game and actually have that be a result of something that's actually real, that'd be crazy. That'd be insane. I think that would be something that this game would catapult highly off of, and it would introduce new weaponry into it, considering space, all sorts of different things. But what I want to touch on, guys, considering that this video is only for fan purposes, remember, don't get carried away or thinking that I'm saying this 100%, this is how the story should go. I'm just saying this is something that they could do with this. This could mean something. As I said, Emmeline Shaw, the leader of the Outcasts, was able to survive a virus that killed 80 to 90% of the infected. And I was thinking if the Owls could be dealing with this secret faction and or elite deities that assisted Outcasts surviving the virus. Could this be the reason why they gave worship to them? Could this be the reason why the cave was there? And on that note, as I told you guys, there was something I wanted to mention earlier, that when you do go in this secret cave within Roosevelt Island with these owls, and you do salute the bigger owl, it does give you something. In the owl altar, after saluting the big owl statue, these words are said, guys. So listen very, very closely to what I'm saying here. So this is from an outcast. It says outcast when it's being said. So it says, the gears are turning, the plans in motion. We will have to scatter to avoid detection. This may be the last meeting of the Morovian society. So I'm just going to go ahead and assume just by that, the Morovian society is a secret type of Cabal group or system that is operating behind the scenes, watching the division, watching the Black Tusks, watching Sokolov, watching Keener, watching all of us, and just making their plans slowly but surely in as far as what they're planning to do moving forward. And I feel this could all just lead to something bigger. Like, say for instance, why would somebody from the Outcast say the plan has been set in motion? And considering Emmeline Shaw was somebody that did survive the virus, to somehow being immune to it, and only certain groups of people, only certain outcast groups of people being immune, who's not to say that that wasn't not intentional from what this thing here says? Who's not to say that maybe the extraterrestrial force or secret Cabal system that's working and worshiping that extraterrestrial force is a reason behind this very virus that came about in the division? And that's the reason why Keener has been working behind the scenes on both sides to try and get the truth and see what's going on. It's just one of those things. It's a coin toss, but I'm saying it could be there because the fact that they added the Cabal into this, guys, it literally can go like the sky's the limit and beyond. Like, at this point, as far as I'm seeing it, I mean, like, as far as like from a game development perspective, I think that that's genius, and I feel like if this is something like that, especially considering Wallops Island and how that's dealing with NASA specifically, and considering the Space Administration HQ aliens and the stuff you see in there, it's crazy. And there's also another area within this Space Administration HQ with the aliens that you can see. There's also a part where they show like the Earth being flat. And I don't mean the Earth being flat in that sense. I mean like in the sense of like maybe all the other elite like factions like know that these extraterrestrials are literally within this galaxy, literally shaping like the Earth, and they want to take it over and whatnot, and they're shaping the form, and they all know, all other factions know they exist, or that they're around Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, Mercury, Mars, but you see the Earth is flat, meaning I believe that could be like a symbolism of like the Earth's flat on knowledge, like you guys are the only ones that don't know, and we're the only ones that within the universe that have not got together and like realized that there's other elite military operations out there, artificial intelligence is out there, and that could be like one of the reasons like within that secret room, and that just so happens to be the same mission where they have the alien that you can see. So I'm saying, who's to say that could not be maybe an operation of they're trying to let you know that, hey, you guys are the ones that are the ding-dongs that don't know really what's going on. The whole other universe does. This goes a lot deeper than what you guys are thinking. And it goes a lot further than just what you guys, the little conflicts that you guys are having amongst the factions. maybe Division 3 could be leading into something where all the factions get together and have to fight this threat. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to go, I'm totally not trying to go on like a Halo rant, Destiny. I'm not trying to make this game into humans versus aliens or whatever. I'm just saying that could be one of the areas that it could be in, that it could go in the sense of like, imagine the weaponry in the Division. Like, think the First Ascendant, for instance. You guys know the First Ascendant, obviously. A lot of you watching this know the First Ascendant. Imagine if the Division had a lot of places like the First Ascendant, and I did mention this a lot of times in a lot of my recent videos, but imagine Division 2 had a lot of like planets and big time like areas like Albion that you could visit the way this game looks and the way it plays. That would just be insane. I feel like that would just open this game up in so many different ways, because let's just face it right now, there's no third-person shooter game on the market right now like the Division franchise. I'll repeat that again. There's no third-person shooter game on the market right now that's as good as the Division or the Division 2 right now in the market. The way it runs, the fluidity, the smoothness, the animation, the graphic level, I'm just saying, it's on another level. And that's why no other game has reached this level. There might be a lot of other games you guys might go off to and play, because I know there's a lot of haters that will go off to and play and say it's this, it's Division killer, but at the end of the day, they run right back here because it's not like this, and this has something that's completely unique. So when I say this, guys, when I keep saying that how this new Incursion could lead to something completely different and new in this game as far as a plot twist and how deep this really goes, you know, like considering the questions that weren't answered, once again, covering some stuff, once again, how Natalia Sokolov founded the Black Tusk with family fortune for reasons literally unknown. The Black Tusk always have use of military upgraded high-tech technology, and when you research that stuff, you always find out just a little opinion, not saying any of it's real, but it's all cool for game purposes. I love it for game and movie purposes and whatnot, but video game, of course. You always find out somehow that the government or something's hiding like high advanced alien technology or something like that. So I'm like, and then, you know, there's underground like bases and whatnot. So I'm saying, why don't they incorporate that into the Division 2? Not even just Division 2, into the Division franchise, and make it be an actual thing. I think that would be an extreme story, and I feel a lot of people wouldn't mind raiding space stations, underground bases, in order to find out the truth, you know, about what's going on, about the not only the planet but about the universe and how what we can do to fix it and everything else. And that's really what you know, Keener was really like, you know, about. That was really what everything was about from the get-go. That's what Natalia Sokolov is hiding. Really, that's who's really calling the shots. I just feel like it's way out there, guys. I know it's a throw. It's like a home run, but I don't know. It's just something to think, and that's why they call this YouTube. Everybody, we're all content creators, guys, respectively. We all have our thoughts. Call them wacko, call them genius, whatever you call them. I'm saying their thoughts, and either way, if the devs look and see this stuff, and maybe there's a way they can incorporate something in, maybe a DLC involving it. It doesn't have to be part of the main story. This is just ways to enhance the game, in my personal, honest opinion, moving forward. It's just something, guys. Go ahead and tell me in the comment section what you think. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you watched this far. I'm supremely glad if you watched this far. I'm highly appreciative. I know I haven't brought anything out recently in like a bit, but you know, guys, whenever I make a video, I try to make it be worth something a lot of times, and that's my main goal. I'm not doing any like hard challenging elite content. I'm looking to put some other like you know, realistic ideas forward, and where you guys can think, you know, and you know, just have fun with them. Of course, you're seeing here the Incursion. I'm running like another run of Incursion, taking some randoms through, so hope you are enjoying that. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you're enjoying that. I'm going to go ahead and get back to the video, though, involving Wallops Island, the possible incursion in Wallops Island, and what it possibly could be bringing to the Division franchise moving forward, and how it could increase in or thicken the plot, considering a lot of the mysteries that we already have that have not been explained, that I know the devs they have an explanation for. This now, guys, obviously brings us to category number 3. And category number 3 is a really interesting one. This one involves how I believe this will or could play a major plot of the Division 3. It could play as a major plot for the Division 3. Like this whole thing is what we were talking about moving forward. What if we will be, you know, teaming up with Keener to fight against this secret faction? If so, how long has Keener known of this? And can this be the real reason Sokolov founded the Black Tusk using her family's fortune? You know, vague details concerning exactly why Sokolov founded Black Tusk are known. We went over that, obviously, already. Like I said, just to reiterate it once again, because I have to keep slamming that home. There's none of this is ever explained. And I know There are stories, but the holes have to be closed though. So it's like, it's not like Swiss cheese. If a good story is never like Swiss cheese, it's totally like, all the ends will connect and it'll all make sense, like a perfectly put together puzzle. So there's just areas, the owl room that we've spoken over before that doesn't make any sense. What it's saying, it's an outcast member saying something's been set. They need to run and move. Was that maybe the virus that was possibly put on New York in the past? They're going to be discovered. They're going to find out that they were behind it and that the extraterrestrial forces were helping them initiate that, which were contacted through the cabal. I don't know. There's so much to consider, but moving forward, when mixing it with the already pre-mentioned theories, it could connect in terms of what would drive Keener to seemingly rejoin the Division faction in order to take down not only Sokola, but also another more powerful faction entity that he knows he'll need Division 2's assistance. So just off of that note, guys, it kind of totally begs the question, more or less. It totally begs the question of what really does Keener, like, what realistically does he know, really? Like, why would he just rejoin the Division, like, back again? Like, what does he know is going on? Why would he feel the Division, he would need the Division's help? I mean, obviously, he's joined the Black... Well, he never joined the Black Tusk, but he kind of just went rogue on the Division, and he's kind of just been watching and seeing that they've been able to defeat a lot of the Black Tusk army, and that kind of just goes back to the Black Tusk and Sokolov about why they funded them, who's exactly behind that. The reasons are unknown. The Black Tusks themselves are an unknown like unit. Their motives are unknown. So all that's just, it's all just mysterious. Considering Wallops Island is going to be at a NASA facility in Virginia, it's just interesting knowing, what could that be dealing with. I know there could be a missile launch we're stopping, and this could all just be completely left field. Nothing's happening with this. But considering everything that's been going on and what's happening, like, who knows? Maybe, like, the real threat is going to be revealed, considering the Cabal, that we know that they're involved in it. And let me tell you guys, the Cabal are involved in it. Anything's possible. Anybody can be involved in it. That describes all sorts of deities. Maybe it could be something from underground. I don't know. But I'm just going to go ahead and say extraterrestrials. If they use aliens in this, I feel like Division 2 would benefit highly from that. I think that, like, imagine, like, it on Unreal Engine 5 with, like, different, weapons, like different alien weapons, with the way the Division game runs. That'd be insane. Like, it's a win-win, I feel, for all Division fans alike. And I just feel that it's something that would add new, like, fire to the game and just new, like, areas to explore. Imagine, like, going to a space station or them taking it to space due to advanced technology discovered through the underground government, military secret bases. Maybe like something they discover on a space station or something. Like, I don't know. Like, they could use this stuff to further expand on the story and make it into something that's just like, it's a great story, and it's just in return, it's gonna make possible some tremendous, exciting gameplay. If you really think about it. But considering that, it makes you really think what Keener really does know and why he came back. And also, on that note, guys, I'm going to go ahead and touch on something here. I think this is something very, very, very important, and I do feel that it is something that will definitely factor in moving forward, and it does deserve an answer, because it does have a lot of us thinking. And that specific thing would be Agent Kelso. We know that Agent Kelso definitely did end up going rogue, leaving the Division agents. And the thing is, Agent Kelso also joined Keener after realizing he's also after the Black Tusk. But furthermore, what could have Keener told Kelso to have her so adamantly join his side? Like, considering all they've done for Kelso, all what Kelso's done for the Division, how loyal they've been, how close Kelso is to the community. She's a very, very strong, vital aspect of our team within the Division community, and just, what they do. It makes you think, why would they so adamantly join somebody like Aaron Keener? And they knew everything already that he did, what he's done. They joined his side at the time as she was respectively searching for the truth. And her searching for the truth led her to Keener. So that's just totally interesting. Like, when you think about it, guys, I don't know what to think of this. Like I said, it's just a fan purpose video. But when you think about it, it's like, what did he tell her? What exactly did he say? I guess we're going to have to figure the story out and what they're doing. But what exactly did he say? And considering how the Cabal's involved in it, and I know that the developers won't just add anything into the game just for any reason, totally respectively. I know they're not going to just do that. They won't do that. So it's like, knowing all of these things really sets the stage for some type of, like, big reveal when you really think about it respectively. especially when considering once again the alien at the Space Administration HQ. It's like really interesting that also Natalia Sokolov, how they founded the Black Tusk with no reason behind it. In addition to the secret out rooms, Outcast talking about, once again, saying the quote here again, the gears are turning, the plan's in motion, we will have to scatter to avoid detection. This may be the last meeting of the Morovian Society. So just looking at that, it's pretty plain and evident to see that something's going on behind the scenes here. As far as a plan already being brought out, as Outcasts are saying, considering they're the only ones that somehow seem to have people that seem to be immune to the virus. I don't think all this is just coincidence. I feel this is all set up in a certain way. It's the story just all coming together as we're getting towards the end. And I just feel this Wallops Island, if it does exist and it is going to happen, considering it's at NASA, I feel that there's going to be some serious revealing during that, and I feel there's going to be some stuff going on. Of course, they could just do it and have it just be like a normal mission, of course, but I feel like they could also touch on things and make it go further. You guys go ahead and tell me what you guys think. Go ahead and totally tell me what you think. What do you guys think about this? Do you think it's going to be something that is going to go further than what people are thinking? You think it's going to be something kind of along the lines of what I'm saying here, considering the cabals involved in this? Do you feel that it's something that they can definitely expand on, whether it's aliens, whether it's zombies, whatever it might be? I just kind of presented an idea where I feel extraterrestrials could be included into this, and how it would respectively make sense if they were included, and how it would also further help the game in development as far as new areas to explore, new things to do, new weapons to use. I mean, highly new weapons and just new tactics, new things like to, maybe the Black Tusk division. Not the Black Tusk, obviously, because they're getting new weaponry gear, but maybe some of them. Black Tusk factions, JTF, cleaners, everybody gets together and fights against these extraterrestrial forces. Like, you just never know if they have that in the division. They kind of have like a Battle LA sequence going on. For those of you that have seen that movie, they kind of have that sequence going on in the division for the final game of the franchise, the finale, Division 3. That would be crazy if they mix tactical weapons with alien like gear and weaponry with this game. That would be insane. Like, I don't think I have to say anything more on that. You guys go ahead and totally tell me what you think. These are the ideas that come to my mind. I always have to let you guys know, let you guys know what I'm thinking. I might not come out with a video every other day or every day like that, but I do my best to have a video out, at least to my best of my ability, every other day. It's just something I'm thinking about. There's a lot of different avenues I'm going in right now, guys. I do have a lot of live streams going on, so always remember that. But like I said, guys, go ahead and tell me what you think about this stuff. Do you feel that there could be something a lot deeper going on that Keener might know that he hasn't revealed to them yet, and that he's going to reveal soon? And if so, considering Wallops Island being located in Virginia is a NASA flight facility, do you believe that there could be something dealing with extraterrestrials, something of that nature, like considering the cabals involved? I don't think the extraterrestrials would be crazy to be involved, considering the cabal's involved, because the cabal's known for worshiping a lot of deities that could be considered extraterrestrial at times. So it's like I feel like this is just like a very, very like important area of the game, and I feel it's something that they could expand on highly in this game, and I feel it's something that could be done if done right. We'll add like a lot of exposure. Like, we literally be doing research in underground bases, going like to satellites, doing all sorts of stuff. I often played around a lot in the past about like a mission where like you went to space, did a mission, and you came back in like a little like pod, and you kind of went back on the ocean. That would be insane if they did that with Wallops Island to be the final mission of Division 2 moving forward. As far as like, within the Brooklyn DLC, that would be crazy. That would be something insane, and it would definitely get the fans back involved in the game. Especially considering, guys, if it came out as conspiracy and all this stuff regarding the Cabal was true with the game, and that we will be going into that and seeking that out, I feel like a lot of the interest will come back into this game in order to figure out what's going on and how the game's going to be implemented with this stuff. And it kind of went just from being in New York, having a simple virus, to realizing how the virus came, that there were people via the Outcast possibly that knew about it, which would obviously explain Emmeline Shaw being immune to the virus or asymptomatic to it. When you really think about it, it makes you think. And I'm obviously not just saying it in the sense that, Emmeline Shaw knew about it to the point of knowingly knew about it. I feel like it was something that was done that obviously higher powers knew about it. Maybe Sokolov, Natalia Sokolov might have known about it, but they didn't tell them that. And maybe that's why they were requiring like, teening the outcasts so hard, because like if you read the owl message, like within the owl room, it does say from Outcast voice that the gears are turning. Once again, I'm reading it. The gears are turning, the plans in motion. We will have to scatter to avoid detection. And just seeing that, it's kind of like clear to see that somebody or certain people, high level people within the Outcast system knew of something happening, and they're saying the plans in motion. What else could they be talking about outside of the virus? I mean, the Outcast's main thing with them is that they've been affected highly by the virus. So why would there be a guy from the Outcast in the secret owl room from the Outcast saying a plan's been set in motion and we have to scatter to avoid detection? That means maybe Emmeline Shaw could have been given some type of cure through this virus, knowing that it was going to come ahead of time from somebody of a high faction within that Outcast group, or that we might have not seen, because it's like somehow she's immune to it and it's symptomatic, and there's never anything said about why, and then all of a sudden this secret owl connects back to them. So you guys, this is just questions I think about all the time, and I'm like, what are the devs getting at with this? What does this have to say? And it's a virus that kills 80 to 90% of the population, literally almost the whole world. So it's like, how are you somehow immune to that? And it just so happens to be your group that's talking about something being started, implemented, and then you guys having to scatter in a secret owl room. So when you really put it all together, guys, there's something going on behind the scenes, and I just feel that this Wallops Island being connected with NASA, as I'll say again, I feel honestly like the developers can do a lot with this right here, and I feel like it's a way like to just increase like the plot moving forward in order to expand the game further moving forward. But yeah, going back on what I was saying regarding Emmeline Shaw being the leader of the Outcasts, obviously, I don't think that she knew that she had something within her to prevent that from happening, because somebody within her group already knew about the Cabal system or the secret faction that was helping them, and in order to protect her. So I feel that maybe her anger was definitely, I feel like, it was justified in that sense. Obviously not to hurt people, but maybe, I mean, definitely it was justified, and maybe she just didn't know the full scope of things and what was going on. All a reach, guys, all a reach. This is fun. I like doing this. This is like a fun way to be able to critique the plot of the story, the game, and just see where it's going. Because the fact, once I looked on YouTube, I realized I added the Cabal into it. I was like, this could literally go from A to Z, like quick. Skip all the other letters, obviously. This can go like there very fast, and I feel it's something that was very interesting. It was interesting enough for me to make the video. So you guys go ahead and totally tell me what you think about this. What do you think about this crazy shenanigan idea? Do you think this is something that could literally happen? Do you think that this could be really the reason behind Wallops Gallo with NASA, considering the alien you can see in Space Administration HQ? There's never anything said about that. Never any Easter egg explained on that. Usually all Easter eggs are explained where they're coming from. That one definitely is not. We see a lot going on with that. The Division satellite network was being affected. We realized Anatolia Sokolov founded the Black Tusk for reasons we do not know. There's a mysterious room within HQ, that same mission where you see the aliens, where the Earth is flat, maybe indicating that we might not really know anything what's going on. This might extend a lot further than possibly believed. You guys go ahead and give me your thoughts down low, and think, if it was something that was the case, would you like it? Would it be something that you're like, wow, Division 2 with aliens in it, secret bases, space exploration? Would that be something that you guys would enjoy from this game? While at the same time, they still kept it tactical with the same weaponry that we could use, just highly advanced, but there's also alien versions of the same weapons, new effects, new vehicles. Just different things that we'd have to go about, and different ways we have to go about doing. Maybe we team up with different other factions that we were fighting this whole time in order to help save humanity once and for all. What could the Division 2 or the Division franchise really be on it? What could be up Yannick and Daria's sleeve, really? What really could be up the entire franchise's sleeve? That's something that I really wanted to discuss within this video, respectively. So guys, on that note, thanks for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the Incursion run. There was an Incursion run I did show here. It was another help of random agents, so I hope you guys did enjoy that. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys some of my thoughts regarding the Division franchise moving forward. Wallops Island, the new Incursion, what that could be bringing realistically to the table as we get ever so closer to the Division 3 and what it could be showing. So I thank you guys for the showcase. Life's a game here. Thank you guys for joining. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks again. I'll be getting a lot more vids out in the future. There's a lot going on, but I highly appreciate you guys for joining. Tell me what you think below about this, if it's something that resonates with you. Thank you. Peace. Take care. I also want to say, guys, just thank you for the subscriber count too. I've reached 5K subscribers, so I'm gonna go ahead and be doing a video on that, possibly a live stream. So look out for that. Thank you, congratulations with that. I'm really happy about it. Thank you, guys. I highly appreciate it. And on that note, guys, thank you. Take care. I'll see you.
An agent is no longer in your